welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Visitor sideline, Mike McDaniel, head coach of the Dolphins. His guys off to a slow start, looking for their first win after 2 straight losses to start the year. Across from him, his counterpart, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And prior to last season, his team asked him to put everyone on his back and carry them to success, and he did exactly that. Now, at this point in his career, all he cares about is postseason success and finding the way to get his team to a Super Bowl.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The Bills are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
No gain on the play.
To the air, Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
A look there at the numbers last week for Wright. 16 carries, 60 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
First down, Miami.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Throw left side complete. That's right. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Down the left sideline. And finally down at the 9-yard line.
A gain of 54 yards. That's another Bill.
They'll run with Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read,
and he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bills have taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So, I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills' offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Here's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On to punt is Camarda as he sends this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
1st down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Tua going to give this to Wright. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
On play action, here's Tua. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Alec Ingold from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Buffalo set to get the football back here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, they'll start out with Wright. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Miami.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
1st down, Dolphins.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll run on 1st down with Wright. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. Being chased out left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Now Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Tua going to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's Allen to throw it. Shakir hauls it in. 2nd down and 8.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing now is Allen. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. They'll start on the ground with Wright. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 19-yard line.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Quick slant. Tyreek Hill with it. And Hill is going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this to the 26-yard line. So halftime is
okay,
upon
Brandon,
us on
thank you.
Thursday
Scott
night
Hansen
prime
back
time,
with
and we
you
go
in the
off to
studios in Orlando. We've got a close one as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Here's Wilson to throw. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 14-yard line.
And he'll go right back to right. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of a yard.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Joey Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 30.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
1st and 10 at the 37.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Allen now looks to throw. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the 1st on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Allen. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Kenneth Grant in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Throwing on second and long. Allen. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
That is incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 24-yard line.
Now Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw, it's Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll give to Cook on the read option. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Allen. And Cook has it, left side. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Gain of 7 makes it 3rd and 4.
3rd down is a run by Cook. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That's another Buffalo Bills.
To the air, Allen. A quick throw, but incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Here's Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Looking to put a drive together. After the interception, here's Wilson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. T.J. Sanders in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Allen going to throw. Has his man, it's Shakir. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. Now he fires deep for Shakir. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Bills have tied the game here in the fourth.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's Wilson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Joey Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Play action. It's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daquan Jones able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Wilson.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
He's been terrific so far. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
To throw is Allen. That's caught by Palmer.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Allen.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
This is 1st and 10. Now Allen.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
That's another Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Here's 2nd down. Throwing, Allen.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
Again, it's Cook.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So Tua and the Dolphins
down 20-17, 40 seconds to go. Here's Wilson.
Gets this to Waller.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
A gain of 12. And the Dolphins first down.
And they'll spike it here at 27 seconds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Now Wilson.
He's got to complete to Waddle. And he'll be brought down after a gain of about 9. And compounding things, it's now 3rd down as well.
Gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
And he'll spike it here with 13 seconds showing on the clock.
Here it is, 4th and inches.
They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
43-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, Miami.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done. And they